All right, so I wanted to go through some exercises to do with the walker, either in between therapy sessions or if you can't get to therapy. We went through how to get up and sit down with the walker in a previous video, so you can go back and check that out if you want to. I just want to go through some basic exercises with the walker that you can do with your family member or you can do on your own. That gives you a little bit of safety at home by yourself or with someone who's not a trained therapist. So first one, we'll stand up with the walker, and either a walker with 2 wheels in the front like this, or no wheels, or a 4-wheeled walker with the brakes on, whichever walker you have. You want to stand in front of something, couch, bed, chair, just in case you happen to lose your balance, you've got somewhere to sit on besides the floor. So first one we'll do is up nice and tall, and the walker should to be adjusted to the proper height, but we'll go over that. The handle should be about hip height. That's a general rule. Most all the walkers adjust on the bottom with the legs here. There's little buttons. The 4-wheel walkers have a little knob by the handles. You can adjust the handles up and down. So we get the walker up nice and tall here, and first one we're going to do is marching. So you've got the handles for support and you're just alternating lifting the knees up. I usually tell people to think about bringing your knee up towards that top bar on the walker, and if you've got the walker with the seat, you just have to take just a little step back so you can lift up like that. And I usually have people alternate sides. Instead of doing all on one side, we'll go back and forth, just because it shifts the weight back and forth, and that's how we walk. You alternate your weight from side to side. So just up and down, marching, nice and steady pace. And you can see when I'm lifting up, you don't want to lean your body over. You're shifting your weight to the side, to your weight-bearing leg to lift up your other one, especially like with a knee replacement or a hip replacement. You're not going to want to put all your weight on the surgical side, so in this case my left side, and you're going to want to tend to lean over and really push on the hands to get that other leg up. So you want to be very conscious of shifting the weight over to lift up so you don't develop any bad habits or get any back pain, hip pain from that. Okay? And you do 5 or 10 of them at a time, and we'll go to the next exercise. All right, so next one, you're going to kick out to the side. So you're just going to push the walker out as far as you can so your feet are just behind the walker, but you've still got good support. Now we're just going to kick out to the side. Same thing, you want to shift that weight over. You don't want to lean to get that leg up. If you're leaning and bending that knee you're standing on, you're not getting as much benefit from it. So up nice and tall, shift and kick, shift and kick. It's not as important how far up you go. It's important to maintain that good tall posture, nice tight core, and good stability through the leg that you're standing on to get that leg up. So as long as you're getting that foot up off the floor, that's good. You're working this hip that you're kicking out, and then you're working this leg that you're standing on. Unless you're a ballerina or something, you're trying to get way, way, way up there, which I can't do. You just get as high as you can comfortably, shift, and get the other side. Okay, nice and easy, same thing, 5 or 10 of them at a time. All right, next one I'm turning sideways so you can see my position here. So up tall, hands on the walker. We're gonna do 2 separate ones. One with the knee straight, where you kick straight back like that. And this one you're not gonna go very far. A lot of people try and bend over and bend the knee. Not the purpose of this exercise. This exercise is to focus on your butt muscles, your hip muscles, to get that knee straight and kick back. A lot of times after a knee replacement, hip replacement, the hip gets weak, so trying to work on those a little bit more isolated tends to do good stuff. So back and forth like that. Next one you're going to do is a hamstring curl. So you're trying to lift your heel up to kick yourself in the butt. This is one of the hardest ones to do after a knee replacement. A lot of times after a hip replacement too, because that knee is really tight and trying to lift up really isolates that hamstring. Again, it's hard to do, but the focus is to try and leave the knee where it is. Don't let you're not turning it into this exercise where you're marching again. You're going to just try and lift that heel up and try and kick yourself in the butt. Again, back and forth. And another thing another good reason to alternate is that you get a little break on the side that's the affected side. So my left knee we had replaced. Just repeating doing that is going to be a lot. So going back and forth, you get a little break in there. But make sure that you're lifting, and I usually tell people to try and keep their knees even as you do that, so you're not bringing up like that. Same thing with the rest of them, 5 or 10 at a time. See how that goes, okay? All right, now going up steps is a big deal for a lot of people, especially after a knee replacement or a hip replacement. So a precursor we can work on, because stairs don't always have railings on both sides. If they have railings, that's great. You can use the railings just like you're using the walker, but a lot of times there's no railings or only one railing, and which foot goes up first and all that stuff. So a little precursor to that is you can get something small. I've got a Reebok step here. You can use a phone book, a couple of 4x4s that are put together, something that you can that's stable that you can step up on. I don't know if anybody has phone books anymore, but you can stack up a couple of other books as long as they don't slide. You want something solid. And you can get the walker up over it so the step is in between, and you just get your foot up there and you can lean and push, try and put weight into that front leg. You've still got both your hands here for support. You can push and come back down. Not even bringing that back foot up yet. Focus on putting your weight through your heel of the foot that's up on that step. So you push through that heel, that's going to work the back of the leg more. The butt muscles, the hamstrings, all that good stuff, okay? Now, you've got this for support. You've got the walker for support, so you can lean and push and get that foot up off the ground, get that back foot up off the ground, but you've still got both your hands for support on the walker here, okay? Up and down. And you can use your hands to get yourself up there and then slowly lower back down. You can alternate sides, especially like after a knee replacement and a hip replacement. Usually the good foot leads, the bad foot goes down first. The good go to heaven, the bad go to hell. So good foot up, then bad foot, good foot up, bad foot, going down, bad foot down, good foot, bad foot down, good foot. So this kind of gets you used to that transition to get that, put that weight on the affected side first. So there's something nice and easy to work on. Just make sure that it's stable and you've got the walker for support.